I can't do this anymore. My Sparkle has been useless for so long. Every day I wake up and open the Pride-Win tier lists, and she's still tier 1. How many more days until she's tier 0 again? She's really not that bad, guys, I swear. Maybe I should just give up. Maybe I should just pull Sunday. Maybe.
Hey, yeah, hello? Are you Sparkleman 69?
Yeah? Why?
Hey, you got a letter, man. Yo, does he know that Sparkle's a shit character? Shut up, he'll hear you, man.
Sparkle's good again? Hey, how many of you guys regret pulling a character? Probably most of you. Day 1 players who pulled Seele probably haven't used her since 2024, and DOT mains are hoping that Hysolence gives you a reason to unbench your Kafka and Black Swan. It's a pretty common feeling these days to regret the characters you've pulled in the past. Some team comps fell off after one patch, and some characters lasted a long time but now can't clear at all.
I'm so sorry, E0 Dan Hung mains. He's gonna get buffed soon, okay? He's gonna get buffed soon.
And one character was promised to be a safe choice by just about everyone.
Overall, I'm super happy with how this character works in a bunch of different teams. She's super flexible and one of the best characters they have ever released.
Generally speaking, in version 2.0, CM believes that Sparkle offers the most flexibility and value for players, regardless if you're free to play or low spender.
Overall, I think she's an exceptionally valuable Harmony unit for both new players and veterans alike.
What the hell happened? Honestly, they weren't really wrong, because Sparkle was literally the best character for most DPS in the game on release. Dan Heng, Jing Yuan, Seele, Dr. Ratio, all these units became better with Sparkle. She was tier 0, and it's only gone downhill ever since. But that's where the problem is, right? The longevity of units in Honkai Star Rail doesn't really depend on units that are already released. It depends on units that haven't been released, because future DPS units decide the meta, not past DPS units. If we look at most of the units released after Sparkle, we start to notice that most of them don't really need Sparkle. In fact, most of them don't really want Sparkle. Black Swan is Dot. Acheron does work with Sparkle, but you're honestly better off using a second Nihility if your Acheron is E0. Robin synergizes with everyone 10 times more than Sparkle does. Boot Hill is Super Break. Jade has better options. Firefly is Super Break. Xiaoqiu replaces Sparkle on an E0 Acheron team. Yun Li works really well with Sparkle. Fei Xiao has much better options. Rappa is Super Break. Sunday replaces Sparkle in every single team she was good in. Herta has better options. Aglaya has better options. Mayday works with Sparkle but scales with HP, so Sunday is much better. Tribute replaces Sparkle in most teams. Casters has much better options. The point is, every unit that's come out after Sparkle's release has not directly complemented Sparkle's kit. And as the game progressed, more and more of the community started to realize this. The opinion of Sparkle has only dropped lower and lower ever since her release. And it's not like she was bad, she's not bad. I mean, she bad, but Sparkle just doesn't have a new team that she absolutely fits into, unlike her other Harmony counterparts. Ron Mei, following her release, got like 10 Super Break characters, and Robin, I mean, she got Faith Xiao, but she works with everyone. So you should have seen the look on my face when I saw that Sparkle was going to be the best in-slot option for a free archer in 3.4. I thought she was dead. I thought Sparkle was dead forever. This is where I kept my Sparkle for the last 6 months. I can finally come home to her. Archer's kit is a direct synergy with Sparkle's kit. Attack percent scaling, crit scaling, he's a quantum unit, so he activates her major trace, but especially his kit revolves around using skill points. And that is the real difference here. If we look back at the units that were released after Sparkle, none of them have skill point mechanics. Sparkle came out and directly synergized with old units like Dan Heng and QQ, but not the new units. Sparkle's value before releasing was predictable. Her long-term value after releasing was completely unpredictable. And that brings me to the actual point of this video, and it's the fact that Honkai Star Rail's meta is really unpredictable.
Dude, he said it. He said the title of the video.
I'm trying to watch something. Okay. So with Honkai Star Wars meta being so unpredictable, should you really be setting expectations on how strong characters will be in the future? I think it's pretty valid to want to pull characters that will last you a long time. I mean, Stellar Jades don't fucking grow on trees around here, but the power of a character can completely change overnight. And this doesn't only happen with the release of new characters. HoYoverse can change the meta whenever they want to. When the Herta and Castris came out, the entire game switched from a 2 to 3 target blast meta into a full-on 5 target AoE meta. And you know what the funny thing is? They did a rerun for Face Xiao's banner right before they did the meta switch. A tier 0 single target specialist gets a rerun right before they changed the Memory of Chaos into an AoE mode. I wonder if that was intentional. The environment changing or getting new things added to it isn't exactly a rare occurrence either. When things get changed or added, some characters can go from literal garbage trash, never build them ever tier, to holy shit, every account should be building them tier. When HSR released, Himiko was treated like she had the cheese touch from that one Diary of a Wimpy Kid movie. Everyone, and yes, I mean everyone, agreed that she was a terrible unit, and her only real use was farming that one golden calyx that had the lava and ice birds. But right when Pure Fiction released, Himiko and Small Herta became two of the highest value units in the entire game. These two girls defined the Pure Fiction meta for over a year. Two units that were once F tier on every single tier list became a must build for a long time. And something like this, you can't really plan for. It's completely unpredictable. Now, how do we feel about DOT characters, huh? Any Kafka enjoyers? Any Black Swan pullers? Yeah, you guys have been depressed for like over a year now. The meta has not been very nice to DOT enjoyers. But wait a minute though, Hysalin's Drift Market, is that a Nihility unit? Is she going to revive DOT? And hold on, they just released a new planner set and it's absolutely insane for DOT characters. And they wouldn't make an entire relic set for just one character, right? All I'm saying is DOT might make a comeback. Okay, I'm not coping. It's just like the trends are following a trend. You know what I mean? Another great example I like to use is our favorite terrible person, Jade. Remember when Jade first released and she was like S+ tier Pure Fiction, C tier everywhere else? The general consensus was that Jade should only be pulled if you have trouble with Pure Fiction. But everyone already has access to Small Herta, and many others also had access to Himiko. So that brought Jade's value down even more. But if we fast forward to today, Jade has become S tier in all 3 modes because Mommy Herta is a character and Jade works extremely well with her. But most importantly, the environment shifted to an AoE meta. The Flame Weaver boss is AoE, the Dragon Egg boss is AoE, the Angry TVs are AoE, Nikocado Avocado is AoE. Now, maybe you can argue that the environmental changes are sort of predictable now that the game's been out for like over 2 years. Eventually, the AoE meta will turn back into a blast target meta, a 3 target meta. Or, with Archer being a single target DPS, it might turn into a single target meta. I'm still waiting for the day I can use Yanqing, okay? Listen, I 10-10-10 maxed out his traces. Mihayo, just give me a reason to use him, okay? I want a reason to use Yanqing. The environment has little trends that you can follow to kind of get an idea of where the meta is headed. The Herta and Castris were a pretty big sign that it was going to shift into an AoE meta. Like, what does Herta do? She AoE hits all 5 targets. What does Castris do? She AoE hits all 5 targets. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a single target meta, but there are very new and very unpredictable things that come out in Star Rail. And one of those things are happening right now, and it's the fact that older characters can now receive buffs. Blade, Kafka, Xingliu, Silverwolf, these are all units that people thought were dead forever. But after version 3.4, these characters are getting modern kit updates and buffs to be able to keep up with the newer characters. I think this is pretty cool. Buffing older characters like this makes you feel much better about your old favorites. My only problem with this is that we don't know how selective they're going to be with who they choose to buff. Like, is Argenti getting updated? Is Sela getting updated? Is it limited to only version 1 characters? We don't really know. Is it limited to only limited characters? Are they gonna update Welt and Gepard? Because why does Welt have effect res as a stat in his traces? And why the fuck does Gepard have 22% ice damage? Can we fix this? HSR's meta being so unpredictable makes it hard to not regret your pulls. But being aware is the first step to not being so disappointed every time your favorite character drops down 2 tiers. I really do believe there's only 2 types of players in Honkai Star Rail, and all of you can probably identify with one of these. Let me show you what I mean. Alright, so if I use it with Tribi, Armsy, and Gallagher, I'll be able to zero cycle the Memory of Chaos for the next 6 rotations. And the amount of investment I put in comparatively for the amount of time that she'll be Yeah, she's literally my wife.
After deep analysis of the character roster, I come to the conclusion based on the parameter of the equation that I can create a team to clear memory of chaos.
I'm an interstellar refugee. It's like many of the Penacony locals.
I just replayed that part of Penacony on my Quantum Only account. I'm not sad. You're sad. The type of player you are will usually decide how often you regret pulling characters in this game. And it's not like there's a wrong way to play the video game. It's just, if you're pulling for how strong characters are, you will eventually be disappointed. The unpredictable nature of Honkai Star Rail's meta makes it impossible for your favorite character to be strong forever. But it also works the other way around, right? Your favorite character could just have a random glow up one day. Like, did Blade mains think he would be meta again? Not really. Every meta character will become not meta one day. But every non-meta character has a decent chance to become good again one day. I would not put any hard expectations on any character's placement in the meta in the future because you never know what can actually happen. Okay, bye. Thank you for watching. Okay, bye.